Hey guys, Amy Coelho with eyes2see.org. So we're going live on our dream symbol search because I'm so excited to announce. Oh, and hold on. We are live from my motor coach. Yes, we have hit the road and we are in Dallas, Texas in Grapevine. And you are going to be so excited because I'm so excited. But my husband just painted me a chalkboard wall. Come on. Who has a chalkboard wall in their RV but a dream interpreter, right? Okay, so we are so excited to announce we've got the Eyes to See tour that we've just launched. So if you guys want dream teaching or dream conference with Eyes to See teachers, go ahead and reach out to us on eyes2see.org Facebook so we can schedule you in throughout the year. We're booking our schedule throughout the year. The rest of this year, I think we're mainly going to be on the West Coast. So if you are interested in having us come out and teach on dreams and cast the vision of eyes2see.org, and in short, the vision is we know that God is speaking to us individually, but how much more is he speaking to us collectively, right? And so on April 12th, we launched our free dream journal, or even just a spiritual journal. It's not even a dream journal. And man, the testimonies that we are getting back, that people are journaling their dreams. And when they start to journal their dreams, they are really, really, really starting to, their dream life's just really increasing. And I make that promise all the time. I'm like, the moment you start writing down your dreams, he comes in like a flood. God is going to start speaking to you in your dreams to bring divine guidance and divine wisdom. And so that happened April 12th. Now, mind you, we went from planning the idea to completely launching our journal in just 5 short months. I mean, it's unbelievable. And there's only 3 of us. There's really only 3 of us. And then we have an amazing support staff, right? And so July 4th, we launched our dream team. So on July 4th weekend, if you have a dream that you're struggling with, struggling to understand, you can get on there and submit the dream to our staff. It is paid version to submit the dream, but that helps us fund our research project, right? And so eyes2see.org is a research project, and we are collecting data from that. So what we do is when you put your dreams in the journal, you will put your dreams in the journal, but we are building algorithms in the background, totally private. All we see is metadata. We don't even see your name. It's completely private. But we're looking for hot words. We're looking for tinderbox words. We're looking for things that, guns, fire, terrorist, Paris, president, prime minister. We're looking for these words, right? And we're looking to see if possibly, and we did, we micro-proved our theory with this Justice Scalia when he passed away. People were dreaming about it. And then we also micro-proved our theory with the Dallas shooting. Unfortunately, that's, I hate to say that, unfortunately, we micro-prove our theory through these events happening. But here's the beautiful thing about that is that we are picking up dreams, people who are having dreams before these incidences happen. And I believe we're entering into the times of Daniel, and that the intelligence that the government relies on will come from esoteric information. It will come from God, right? And the government will rely on those that are spiritual. Anyway, so I am so excited. So that was April 12th. We launched our dream journal, our free dream journal. And July 3rd, we launched our dream team. Well, we're always creating behind the scenes. We've got Logan working like crazy hours. He's putting in like ridiculous hours. He's got a team out there that's just fantastic. And we are launching, you ready for this? Our dream symbol search. So we go public and we go live with this very soon. So Before we go live, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having these live videos on dream symbols, and we're going to go through some colors and stuff like that. And I found a dream. I found one, sifting through some dreams. We found this dream, and I really, really liked it because it was short, but it talks about the color red. And if you take out the color in a dream, it changes the whole interpretation of the dream, right? And so knowing your colors is very, very important in dreams. And so we found this dream, and I love this. Now, remember the color red. If you're looking at this, the rainbow, and Noah talks about the rainbow when in the story of Noah, it talks about the rainbow. And so we can also see that that's kind of correlated with the seven spirits of God, right? And so when you look at the color red, it correlates to the Spirit of the Lord. And it mandates us for positioning, right? It mandates us to be positioned. And I'll get into that more in a little bit, right? So the dream was this. I had a dream that I was going to the bathroom. I climbed up 3 or 4 stairs, and then there was a puddle of water. Then I wanted to look in the mirror. The tiles on the walls and floors were red. That's it, right? They're red. So bathroom. What we're going to do is kind of go look at these symbols real quick. And so bathroom. What does the bathroom mean? Why are we dreaming about being in the bathroom, right? Well, the bathroom is where you do your business, right? And so often that also reflects how we do our business with God too, right? It's where you should be alone. And I say that laughingly as a mother of 9. We want to be alone. Listen, moms, I promise you that there are people out there that are alone in their bathroom. I know you don't believe it, but ask all the empty nesters out there. They are. There's like, you can go to the bathroom by yourself. It's amazing. I don't know it personally, but I've heard about it. So the bathroom is that this is where you are being cleansed. It's where you are purging. Spiritually speaking, when we dream about a bathroom, and it depends on what you're doing in that bathroom. So if you're, doing business, you're purging yourself, right? You're purging yourself of toxins. And sometimes the bathroom really just kind of talks about purging yourself from traumas that keep you from operating in joy, peace, love, patience, forbearing with one another, kindness, meekness, gentleness. It keeps us from all that. Different traumas and different trauma filters keep us from that. So a lot of times we'll have dreams about going to the bathroom because God's beckoning us into this private place with him and saying, hey, come with me. Let's do business together, right? Now, a lot of times you're taking a bath or a shower, or maybe, you're in the bath in a shower with someone or a celebrity or some weird thing, right? So that would talk about being cleansed and being washed with the water of the word, right? So or washed in the Spirit, right? And then if you're maybe looking in the mirror like this dreamer was, we're talking about either a self-image issue or we're talking about reflecting on one's self, okay? So bathroom. If you are dreaming that you are in a bathroom, it's because this big, great, divine God, this Father of lights, is beckoning you to do business. And so this dreamer is actually moving into a season of, and I hope this isn't backwards to you guys. Maybe it is, whatever. But I really just wanted to show you my chalkboard wall. So, bathroom. So that she climbs up the stairs. Now, the bathroom to me is always a great symbol, right? Because unless I'm being murdered in the bathroom. But then that's not always a bad thing either in dreams. Death isn't always bad. Death means the end of one thing and the beginning of another, right? And so bathrooms are a good symbol. We also see another symbol here. She climbs up the stairs, right? So she's going up the stairs, and she says 3 or 4 stairs. So it's kind of a short climb, right? It's not something long. But going up is always good in a dream. We love to go up, right? And so going down in a dream, not so good, but every symbol has a positive and a negative, right? Just like a yin and a yang, a positive and negative. That's just the way the world works, a pull and a push. So, Climbing up is always good. Going up is good. And then so the dreamer is going to the bathroom. She climbs up some stairs. So what does stairs represent? Well, stairs can represent a higher perspective. Come up here, view things from up here, right? Come and let's reason together. Let's talk about this. Let's come up here to a higher way of thinking, a higher perspective, right? And I will say that probably the dreamer it's not a far-fetched idea, this whole come up higher and have a higher perspective. Why? Because she didn't have to go up cases of stairs, flights of stairs, right? She went up 3 or 4. So probably she's already in that journey, right? She's like, I'm going to do business with God, and I am being called to a higher perspective. And when she gets up there, she sees a water puddle, right? Now, water, good in a dream. Always good, unless it's muddy, dirty, or things are floating in it. Maybe snakes, alligators, stuff like that. Not so good. No, we don't want to be swimming around in dirty water. But good water, clear water, maybe you're breathing underwater. That's always a good symbol. Swimming in water, oceans are awesome. It talks about the impact, but water represents the Spirit of God. Water always represents the Spirit of God, and so, or the lack thereof. And so, when we talk about water, we want, and especially clear water, we want to see lots of it. But in this case, we only see a puddle. Now, puddles aren't always good, right? Unless you're a kid jumping in them. And then it can kind of talk about childlike faith, jumping in puddles and stuff like that. But puddles generally to us adults, not so good. Means something's leaking. Maybe it means that it rained really hard and it's left some residue, or puddles you slip in, puddles you get your feet wet. Nobody really likes puddles as an adult. We jump over them. We don't go through them. We're not children. We jump over. And so in this symbol, in here, we see 2 positive symbols. Bathroom, good. Climbing up, good. Puddle of water, interesting. And here's the thing. From this higher perspective, she sees that there's a puddle of water, right? Excuse my little slide. This is the slide to my motor coach to make the sides go out. But she sees a puddle of water. And I think really what this is speaking about is, she's going to the bathroom to do business. God is asking her to come up to a higher perspective. And then he shows her, hey, there's more spirit, right? We need to make some changes here. When we go to the bathroom in a dream, it's because changes need to be made in our heart. And a lot of times we try to make those changes ourselves, but that really only leads to behavior modification. And behavior modification, when we do that, crumbles under pressure, right? And so it doesn't really hold. But when God changes our heart, right, then it stands under pressure. And that's what we want. We want our character and our life to be able to stand under pressure, because you and I both know pressure's coming. Pressure does not pick and choose, right? Pressure's just going to come. And our character is what will uphold us during those times, right? And so in this case, we have a puddle of water, and I believe what God is saying in this dream is that, hey, come up here. Let me show you. I know you've been operating with the Spirit of God, but there's more. There's more that you're missing out on. And what does the dreamer do next? She says, I want to go look in the mirror, right? I want to go look in the mirror. Well, in this case, it's a good symbol, right? Because she's wanting to look in the mirror, which means that she wants to look inside. She is probably very reflective, introspective, just really wants to know the answers. Why do I act that way? Why do I do that? Because remember, the whole dream has to do with changing something, right? Something in her heart needs to be changed. And so she's in the mirror. So she is needing to be changed. God is calling her to a higher perspective. She sees that there's more. God's showing her, hey, there's more. She becomes introspective. She starts to look in. God's saying, hey, let's reflect on some of these things, right? And here's where it gets interesting. Then she says the tiles of the walls and the floors were red. They were all red. Now, this is where it gets really interesting with colors, because a lot of times you guys will have dreams and you don't really recognize color. But when you do, pay attention. God is the father of lights, and light is what produces color. So color is very spiritual, right? So what does red mean? Well, spiritually speaking, red represents the blood of Christ. The blood shed for us, and that blood positions us and gives us authority, which then goes back to the seven spirits of God, which is the Spirit of the Lord. And that Spirit of the Lord, the seven spirits, then correlate with the rainbow. And that top color is the Spirit of the Lord, which mandates us for positioning. Why? Red is the blood. Every time you see red in the Bible, it talks about war or anger. It always has to do with, in a negative sense, red can represent anger, lust, not love. Pink can be love, but red can also, the positive of red can be love, pink can be love, but the negative of red can also be lust, the negative symbol, right? So maybe rage, anger, war, highly conflictual. And the positive of red is love, position, authority, power, because that's what the blood shed for us does, right? And so the dreamer's saying, I saw it on the floor and on the walls. Now, we always do what's called compare and contrast in dreams, right? Why this and not that? So why the walls and the floors, but not the floor and the ceiling? Why the walls and the floor, but not the ceiling and the door, right? Well, walls represent the things that we build to protect ourselves, right? Or that God puts around us to protect us. But generally, if we want to be protected, we're building walls, right? When we even say that of our own heart, I've got a wall built up against them or whatever. So walls represent protection, and the floor represents the foundations of things, our foundation, right? And so red, if I were to take the color red out of this dream, it would change the whole meaning of the dream, because this is talking about, we already know that the dreamer needs something changed, right? And I believe that this dreamer may be struggling with some anger issues. There's some underlying and undercurrent of anger that she has, and it can show up in many ways. We all do it, right? So it can show up in so many different ways, but there's an undercurrent of anger. And sometimes when there's an undercurrent of anger that we don't take care of, then what happens is we begin to build walls, right? Of anger, out of anger, out of protection, right? When we're angry, we will automatically go into protection mode. And so I would tell the dreamer this. You're being called to have a heart change, right? And God wants you to come up higher. He wants you to take you a different perspective, a higher perspective. Let him show you. He's saying that, yes, you know the Spirit of God, but there's more. The Holy Spirit of God will come in like a flood and will come to help you in this process. But I'm going to need you to look a little bit into your life and see that some of the situations around you are because you have a foundational, maybe generational issue with anger, and you've built walls around your heart. And he's saying, hey, let's take care of these things together, right? Dreams are amazing, and God is leading us by divine wisdom, divine strategy. He's warning us. He's giving us divine answers for our business life, for our relationships, for our finances. So many things have happened. So many Guinness beer, the formula to Guinness beer was actually came in a dream. Yeah, it's true. The sewing machine. There's so many inventions that were created through dreams. There's so many other corporate people who have had dreams and it made a huge impact on their corporation. God is speaking, but are we listening? And that's the question. So that's the color red. If I were to take red out and put blue in this dream, then we'd probably be talking about depression. If I were to take the red out and put green, we're probably going to be talking about greed. Maybe lustful, not lust of the power, lust of eyes, lust of the flesh, not so much lust romantically, but if I were to take this out and put, if red were in there, maybe orange, maybe we're talking about witchcraft or, something of the occult. So colors are so important in our dreams, right? And so what I want to do is each week we're going to be having these symbols. Listen, if you want to learn about dream symbols, and we're going to be walking through these dreams, go ahead and click on follow. I think that's on your screen. You can just click follow, and you'll get live updates whenever we go live, either me or our dream team. We will go live, and you can follow us on there. We've got upcoming events. We're going to be talking about those things, but mainly we're going to be doing symbols. Be on the lookout for our dream symbol search, because listen, guys, this is something that when you start journaling your dreams, you are going to want to be looking up symbols all the time. So go ahead and bookmark eyes2see.org on your computer. Just bookmark it right there, and so that you can open your journal pretty quickly, type it in there, and just start pondering on your dreams, because again, God is speaking. Are we listening? Right? The more we listen, the more he speaks, the more guidance we have. If you are struggling in your life with instability, fear, anxiety, the unknown, maybe you need to make some decisions in your life, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. The more you pay attention, the more answers come. So if you guys want more dream teaching at your local organization, whatever that may be, church, get together, home group, whatever, get with us. We are going to be in that area, and at some point we're covering the U.S. in the next year. We're going to cover the whole U.S. in the next year. So let us get you on our schedule. We want to be there. All you need to do is gather 20 or more people, and we will be there. We are having a Thursday. We're having a Thursday lunch webinar. It's about 30 minutes. We're going to go through some dreams. We're going to do some dream teaching. It's free. Join us. We will have the information. We'll come out. I think we have a healing dream we're going to be talking about Thursday for lunch. It's just 30 minutes of your lunch hour. That'll be noon Central Standard Time. Join us. Be sure to join us. It will be recorded, so we'll be able to have those for you. And I think that's all the announcements I have. Yes, be on the lookout for our weekly webinars and our dream symbol search. I'm Amy Coelho, and join us on eyes2see.org. Until next time, bye-bye.